Hello, welcome back to another video. They added in events to Tower Defense Simulator, so that's cool. And I decided to hop into a pizza party to hopefully get my 2 million damage threshold for a premium crate, which would be very nice. I was loading in and I was thinking about what towers to buy. I was thinking about Minigunner, honestly, because Minigunner is a giant buff and it's become quite the powerhouse lately. Loading in, I thought we were going to do pretty good because we had some pretty good towers. No, we died at wave 15. Pretty sad. Well, I was loading back into the lobby. As you can see in chat, half my teammates left before we even died, which was quite cooked. So I knew we were gonna die from the start. Everything was not loading in this second, so I waited for everything to close itself out and hopped in a survival run. I decided on Molten mode just to get some extra damage in, and decided on quad so we could actually get a dub, because half the time I lose, which kind of sucks. And I did notice one of us had minigunner, which was going to be quite helpful in killing the Molten King, or the Molten Warlord, my bad. And it was pretty cool that we actually had some DPS, and something else that was pretty cool was we actually had a cool kid cosplay, which was pretty cool. Very cool. Why am I saying cool so much? I don't even know. But, yeah. One of our teammates was AFK for a little bit, and we had 2 bacons, so we had that bacon hair synergy. She eventually did wake up, and I checked everyone's loadouts. We did have Rocketeer, Pyromancer, and Crook Boss, and Minigunner, which are quite good after the recent buffs. Well, not recent, but buffs. So, basically, I didn't know who was gonna early, but I decided I would try to get an Electroshocker as soon as I could, because Electroshocker is an insanely good crowd control and DPS. But I checked everyone's stuff and realized no one had joined the group, not even me, because I forgot. My bad. And she placed a level 1 shotgunner. This is some of the worst luck I've, like, dude, what is this defense? I put one of my last Molotovs down to kill them, and it did finish them off. I ended up placing an Electroshocker right next to her shotgunner, which did insane amounts of damage, easily clearing the early waves. And she also got another shotgunner and an ace pilot down, which was incredibly good, because now we can actually take out some bosses. Skipping to around wave 15, I got a Militant down and a level 3 Electro, and we also had some minigunners, which was really nice, because minigunners are absolute powerhouse for early game and just in general. Around wave 16, we did get some Wardens down, and the level 4 Ace Pilot gave my Electroshocker hidden detection, which was quite nice, because I could actually detect hiddens now. And we got our first actual boss, the Molten Golem, which got by with around 500 HP, which was not good. But our minigunners and Militants did finish it off quite early on, and that did allow me to upgrade my Electroshocker to level 4. We were cruising through the early game waves, pretty nice, and I saw that he was upgrading his ones pretty nice. Also, I was just running around the map half the time. I was trying to upgrade my Militant, but it doesn't give a lot of money in around wave 17, so we were shredding early game. It was around this time that the Moltens came out, which were not that much of a challenge, but the real cool thing was that we got a Pyromancer, which doesn't even do anything in this game because they have no burn, which is very cool. I don't know why they'd bring that, but very cool. We were doing pretty well until the hidden boss came out, which did leak by, but my Electroshocker easily finished it off with its now hidden detection. And this is at the time that I actually realized that Cool Kid was wearing the Cool Kid Join Today shirt, which was pretty nice. The Molten Necromancer spawned, and then he died. Then another one spawned, and then he didn't die. And then he summoned, and then I got some eggs, and then he died, which was pretty cool. And I also, at this point, did around 30k damage in my damage quest, which was pretty good. I'm pretty not bad. So I hoped I could just get some DPS in to hopefully get a lot more damage on my damage quest, which would give me a free premium crate, which would be insanely helpful for late game and cool skins for like minigunner and electroshocker, which I really wanted a skin for minigunner once I get minigunner. Half the time I see YouTubers doing this challenge, they get the hazmat minigunner. I don't know how, but it's just cursed. Everyone gets it. So hopefully I'll get it, and I'll not end the cycle actually. Hopefully I do end the cycle and get heavy minigunner or space elite, because in my opinion, hazmat is mid, and space elite is one of my favorite skins because it's based off Warhammer 30k, which is one of my favorite games, and it's like a D&D in real life, which is super cool. I love playing it, and that's why I want that skin. So hopefully I get it. Like in Propeller's video where he called it mid, really hurt my feelings, because literally it's one of my favorite games. I also got a max electroshocker, which absolutely shredded everything, and another level 3 electroshocker, which I thought its range and placement wasn't that great because, I don't know, I was just rushing and trying to place it anywhere I could, and it did actually do some pretty good work. We were doing pretty well, honestly, and I don't know why, but someone spammed Ace Pilot in this atrocious spot. I don't know why. So basically, we just shredded everything, and I did realize Ace Pilot was pretty cool looking. I haven't seen it in a long time because I usually am just grinding hardcore mode to get Necromancer because it's the only hardcore tower I don't have. And I did get another level 4 Electro, which was crucial to getting on more crowd control because of these purple breakers, which are really annoying, dude. We were shredding everything, and he even got some level 3 wardens, which stunned and did some pretty good damage. But I felt like the minigunners and electroshockers were pretty much carrying everything. I don't know why, but the breakers felt very fast. I didn't check if they had nimble, but they just felt very fast. I don't know why. We were basically speedrunning at this point, with us killing it before we even got to 40 seconds, and we were able to skip. And I was saving up for another level 5 Electro, and I did eventually get it, which was very good, because now we could absolutely stun abuse everything. And I get the Molten Mech into my logbook, and another Molten Mech literally almost killed us with 200 HP running, but the minigunners clutched up insanely hard, killing it. I placed another Moltens in my clutch spots because I'm built different and know how to place towers, unlike some of these people. And we were basically shredding everything. I realized it was about to be wave 30 where the Molten Executioner would come out, and that would be very not good because the Molten Executioner has 40,000 HP and can stun at towers. So I thought we might die on that, but I had hope in us, our team. I had hope in our team. I got another max Moltens, and it was wave 29. One wave away from the execution. So I got another Molten down, hoping I would do some DPS, and we got some more Ace Pilots, and he was just maxing them out. I guess they do good DPS, but they're not great. We almost leaked a Molten Titan, but it just turned into a corpse, so we were good. I got another max militant, which probably would do a ton of damage, and then we actually demolished the Molten Executioner, and I got a hunter down. But I don't know why. This dude was just placing crit bosses in the worst spots ever. Like, what is this? What is this, man? Sometimes I relate with Gordon Ramsay when he's just like, kill yourself. Yeah, that for legal reasons, that's a joke, but yeah. We were onto the Molten Summoner on wave 31, but he got absolutely shredded. It wasn't even a chance against us. And skipping to wave 35, the Molten Warlord spawned with a hefty 180,000 HP. We were absolutely shredding everything. We finished off the Horde until he stunned our towers, which was not ideal. But we got unstunned and started killing everything, even the Molten Executioner. and I got another 100 down for some extra DPS. I also at this point had gotten almost 140,000, 140 million damage on my damage cards, which was really nice. And the Molten Warlord was not taking enough damage. At this rate, we would be dead if he got way too far. But I was hoping to heaven that we could beat this boss because the hefty 700 coins would be quite helpful for getting the minigunner tower. I got another hunter, and it didn't really do much. I don't know what I was doing here, but we got it to half HP, and that was very good. But then he stunned again, which was not good. And the minigunners were almost out of range, and I decided that maybe we could lose this. And why are they not selling the farms? This was one of the worst rigged runs ever. Also, what are these placements? I decided to use some of my power-ups to help us have a winning chance, and I used my last range flag just to help us. I'm pretty sure we were cooked at this point, but we got him to around a quarter of his HP, and we were still shooting him. Remarkably, my power-ups literally saved it, with them clutching up so hard with my hunters and miltons. We were doing a ton of damage, and it got to around 30k HP, and I had to sell my electroshockers just to get another one, so it would stun the tower. We got it to 20k HP, and we were stunning it, so that was really good, so it wouldn't kill us. I had to sell a couple of towers just to get some towers over here so we wouldn't die, and my teammates were just AFK for some reason until they finally woke back up and decided to do something, with one of them getting a minigunner, maxed it out, and me getting a militant, which eventually got it to around 5k HP, and we were able to pull out the W, which was pretty nice, because that was only my second ever win in multi-mode, which was insanely good, because now I actually have around 4,000 coins. We were doing remarkably well, and this is probably where I'm going to end off the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. This was super fun to make, not very fun to edit, but super fun to play with, and hopefully I can get the next episode out by tomorrow or the next day. Peace out, have a good day, and don't lose on TDS. Also, make sure to like and subscribe or you lose your next TDS match. See ya!